Coach. Thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Fielded about a yard deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Two draw Corkers. Check. Look. Squeeze. Go.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ready up.
56, Mike, 56.
Ready, get it.
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Set. 18 Gator. Leo. Go.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
You're out. Ready.
2nd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one. To the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Everyone, you got 4 down. Slam.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Greystone travel.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run. This is Brown. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Go on.
Watch out.
Come. Fire.
Here's Brown. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
At the 33-yard line.
Ready,
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch 54. Man, I got you. Check 99. Check 9.
Hey, lock it.
Check 52.
Be driven.
They'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Down.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Switch it.
General West.
Switch it.
Hard.
10.
Clear. Hit it.
Second and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On the double.
Check Mike 54.
Rock it.
Get him.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. Second and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
80 weapon.
All the way back home.
Jam. Check.
Let's go.
They'll give it here to Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They go with Brown, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Malcolm Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
4 down.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
23 yards, the final tally. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
60 or. Hey, Sam on. 65. Sit up. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Fair. Fight.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, 49ers nothing.
Ready. 94 is in mind.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check up. Shoot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Shoot.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
Lee Griffin.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, but missing that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon.
Here we go.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Second down, McKinnon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon.
And it's third down.
Here we go. 180.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Out.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Come on.
The
set.
LA
10,
offense
2,
ready to
stop.
go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
15,
An incomplete
20,
pass on
51.
first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Switch
Leo. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Kill. Whip.
You're out. Hey. High 7.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But
You
you're
don't
down.
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Under crunch.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Micah Kiser was in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Not gonna get me. Check. Crunch.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Check.
11.
They'll run here with John Kelly. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 21-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watch the run. They're running it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch.
Gone. 6-6. Bullet high. Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Last stop.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Lightning.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And got a man. It's Woods. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Ready, break.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball.
Ready.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go, D.
Protein spin. Ready.
Here's Brown. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep the defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Hey, lock it.
2nd and 3. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Brown. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Hard.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On first down, it's Brown. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here I come. Hey, look.
Look at me. Door.
Sponge. No.
Go. Hit it.
He'll drop to throw. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Got you, boy.
They'll run it here with Brown. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's the fullback with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's put that team on the box.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 6 at the Rams' 41-yard line.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's the party now.
Hey, hot.
24 is the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, hot.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Goodwin, incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Here we go.
And
Here we
they'll
go,
need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
No. Off.
6. Say hot.
24 is the mic.
Say hot.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 31, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hodges. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bucky Hodges with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Garoppolo on first down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Here we go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tight end right. Alert, alert.
Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
21.
First down, San Francisco.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Got it.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Brown. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They're not ready for this, man.
X3, 218, chop it.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mike's 56.
Stay with your man.
Switch.
Bam, shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henderson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, let's get this.
Hut. Let's go.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Malcolm Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got him.
Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. On first down, McKinnon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Now Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. Trent Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go,
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Brown. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop the throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Now it's Brown. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
24 is
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check your hot read.
White.
24 is the mic.
Mostert.
Get there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
You got it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
their own 29-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for LA.
Here we go. 50, plant.
I'm not ready. 50, plant. 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 50, plant.
First and 10.
On first down, it's Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
58, right there. Here it comes.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. 18 yards, first down Niners. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here we go.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
One, Omaha.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
24 is the mark.
3rd and short, McKinnon. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
24 is the mark.
Hey, watch the delay.
Watch twist.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.